Good afternoon, Bhargav and Uday. Today is Friday, the 15th of December, and here's the heads up brief for today. Today's production to our clients consisted of a total of 89 issues. I'll be briefing you on the major issues of today's production.
Hey, Dr. Ramu, thank you very much for filling in for Basil. Let's move on to the major issues today.
Thank you, Bhargav. First of all, in East Asia Pacific, we have 53 issues. I'm covering the top two of these 53 issues. First, in Indonesia, the Counterterrorism Special Detachment 88, most popularly known as Densus 88, arrested 9 individuals suspected of affiliation with the Jemaah Islamiyah group in central Java yesterday. The arrests were conducted in areas including Sukoharjo, Sragen, Klaten, and Boyolali. Authorities also seized a number of weapons, including 6 short-barreled firearms, 10 gas weapons of caliber 6 mm and 8 mm each, and 2 crossbow arrows. We cover this as the major development in the Southeast Asia Roundup today.
Thanks. Yeah, tell the team to keep monitoring this. There is a higher terror threat, especially as the upcoming holiday season and the February 14th elections are coming up, and there have been some plots to disrupt the elections. So let's keep a close eye on this. Thank you.
Thanks for your perspective, Uday. Duly noted. Next, in the Philippines, a senior military official said the Philippines is preparing a contingency for the escalating hostilities of China in the West Philippine Sea, which is also called as the South China Sea. The chief of the Western Command said on December 13th that they are expecting more hostile actions, including attacks from China. He added that China has already used water cannons against Philippine vessels, and they are expecting the former to ram local vessels. He even said that Chinese forces may also attempt to board the local vessels, something that he said will not allow China, the Philippines will not allow China to do.
All right, so this comes as tensions in the South China Sea heat up with China deploying more of its essentially paramilitary or militia fishing vessels across the region that are blocking areas that are within the Philippines exclusive economic zone. So yeah, we can see more conflict in this sphere coming into the next year as the tensions have been increasing. So let's keep a close eye on this. Thanks, Dr. Ramu.
Will do. Thanks, Uday. So let's move on to South Asia. We have covered 24 issues today in South Asia, and I'll be covering the top two of these 24 issues. First, let's talk about India. Activists from the Jharkhand Andolankari Sangharsh Morcha, which is called the JSASM, will hold protests from today until at least the December 17th. JASM is a group of activists that fought for the creation of Jharkhand state. The protests are being held to demand benefits for those who contributed to the statehood movement. A protest will take place today. Additionally, an economic blockade comprising rail and road blockades targeting interstate travel is expected on December 16th and 17th. Related protests are expected in Ranchi, which is the capital of the state, and other district headquarters. We cover this as the major development in the South Asia Roundup today.
All right. So Jharkhand politically may not be as significant, and it's a newer state compared to others in central and eastern region of India. Industrially and economically, it is an important state with multiple industrial sites such as Jamshedpur and Ranchi. Please monitor the situation and the protests. If it escalates further, it will be disruptive specifically for resource sector as well as power sector, because the state is a major producer of coal and processor of steel, especially from Jamshedpur. Thank you.
Thank you, Bhargav. That is well noted. Second, we have development in Pakistan. The Counter-Terrorism Department, the CTD of Sindh police yesterday arrested 2 militants affiliated with a banned outfit in Karachi, the capital of Sindh province. The accused had plans to attack the Karachi Rohri train. The CTD also confiscated explosive materials from the arrested individuals who had received bomb training in Afghanistan.
All right. Thank you.
All right. So we can move on to the Europe, Middle East, Africa section now. So in the Europe, Middle East, Africa section, we covered 7 issues today, and I'll be covering the top 3 of these 7 issues. Firstly, it's a development that transcends Germany, the Netherlands, as well as Denmark. 7 suspected terrorists were arrested in Berlin, in Germany, Rotterdam in the Netherlands, and Copenhagen in Denmark yesterday. 3 suspects were arrested in Berlin, 1 in Rotterdam, and 3 in Copenhagen. Authorities said the suspects arrested in Berlin and Rotterdam were long-standing members of Hamas and were planning to attack Jewish interests in Europe. Hamas has denied any affiliation with them. It is unclear whether the suspects arrested in Copenhagen have any links to the arrests in Germany and the Netherlands. We conveyed this to our clients via an advisory message today.
All right. Please advise the team to monitor similar developments in Europe. It needs to be noted that the threat level against Western and Jewish interests in some of the major cities in Europe, as well as the Middle East, is heightened after the Gaza war restarted earlier this year. Thank you.
Thank you, Bhargav. Next, we have a development in Yemen. An Israel-bound Hong Kong flagged ship, Maersk Gibraltar, was attacked by suspected Houthi militants near the Bab el-Mandeb Strait in the Red Sea. The militants fired a ballistic missile toward the ship. A Bulgarian-owned Malta-flagged ship was also boarded by suspected Houthi militants near the Yemeni island of Socotra in the Arabian Sea. Houthis leadership also said the group has successfully prevented the passage of several Israel-bound foreign ships in the last 2 days. Meanwhile, the US has proposed the creation of a broad maritime naval coalition to protect ships in the Red Sea. We conveyed this to our clients also via an advisory message today.
Yes, this is definitely a major concern, and this affects multiple stakeholders at different levels, starting from the ship owners and the insurers to the actual stakeholders using the shipping lanes, from the corporations to sovereign interests. So, as war rages on in Gaza, we can expect escalation in similar attacks by the Houthi rebels, and they have proven their capability in silencing the Saudi-led front in their own backyard in Yemen. And we have updated our clients before about the critical nature of shipping lanes in the Red Sea and the neighborhood. So we'll have to monitor the situation very closely. Hopefully, the US-led coalition will be able to stifle any such movements in the region. It also needs to be noted that the American support to Saudi-led coalition against the Houthis have were left toothless in the Yemen war, and it led to a ceasefire, a humiliating stalemate for the Saudi-led coalition. So let's monitor the situation closely and keep our clients updated.
Thanks, Bhargav, for the nuances. So the final development for today concerns Sub-Saharan Africa. So in the Democratic Republic of Congo, the Independent National Electoral Commission, the CENI, insists that general elections will be held on December 20th. CENI's announcement is amid growing concerns about its limited logistical capacity to distribute electoral materials and deploy its personnel. Civil society organizations are calling for the postponement of the elections. The Constitutional Court is today expected to issue a ruling on whether the elections should be rescheduled or not. We again conveyed this to our clients via an advisory message today.
Thank you for the brief, Dr. Ramu. Nothing further from me. Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you, Bhargav. Thank you, Uday. Thank you, gentlemen, for your wider inputs. With this, that's the end of the briefing for today. Thank you.